Hello there guys, LazyBeast here. Today I wanted to bring your attention to something that may have slipped under your radar. It certainly did mine until I went digging. This is a new achievement, a meta achievement that's been added in patch 9.2.5 for Shadowlands, and it is the meta achievement of the Shadowlands, which requires an absolute ton of work, so it's something that if you want to get it, you need to start working on it now really, because it's very likely when Dragonflight comes around you will no longer be able to attain this achievement. You may be able to, but probably not, so it's something to definitely start working on now. I am of course talking about the Back from the Beyond Shadowlands meta achievement, which awards the title Veilstrider, which is pretty nice. This is similar to the phenomenal cosmic power achievement that we saw at the end of Battle for Azeroth, but luckily you'll be glad to hear this time you don't need to do any mythic raiding or achieve elite rank in PvP, so you don't have to worry about that. So what I'll do, I'll go through all the things that you're going to have to do for this achievement and talk about how hard each thing is, and it'll be a bit of a guide. Some things I won't go into too much detail on because there's already very in-depth guides out there, so what I'll do for anything like that, I'll link that in the description down below. So first of all is the dungeon and the raid achievements. So these are actually quite easy, they're just going to be a bit time consuming if you've not already done them. So you're going to need to defeat all the bosses of Castle Nathria, the Sanctum of Domination and the Sepulchre of the First Ones. It can be done on LFR, so quite easy, again just a bit time consuming. You also need to do the dungeons on Mythic, which is fine. You can either do Mythic Plus, so if you've been playing you've probably already done this already, or you can do them on Mythic 0 as well, that's absolutely fine too. The other one is Fake It Till You Make It. Now this is for defeating Solea in Tazavesh when you've used the hard mode version of the dungeon by going in there with the forged credentials on Mythic difficulty. Again, not Mythic Plus, just base Mythic, but hard mode. This could be a little bit of a faff to do, you might struggle to find a group for this, but again if you just keep trying, maybe put it out there, if you can get some guildies involved, or if you're in a Facebook group you can get some people from there for example. It's just going to be a bit time consuming but not really that difficult. The next section of the achievement is to do with the Covenant, so you're going to need to complete all the Covenant campaigns from patch 9.0, the initial ones from Shadowlands when it first launched. You're going to need to get the achievement Renowned, which is for getting 80 renown with all the Covenants. You're going to have to unlock rank 3, at least rank 3 of all the Covenant upgrades. You don't need to get rank 5 of the Covenant specific ones like the Ember Court for example and the Path of Ascension for Kyrian, but there are some that you will. You will need to do the Necrolord one because the next achievement that you need, the Shadowlands Dilettante, don't even know if I'm saying that right, that is for completing certain achievements from the Covenant special features. More on that in a minute. You're probably wondering right now if you can do this across multiple characters, and the answer to that is yes you can. So you don't need to get all the Covenants maxed out on just one character. If you've got ults that have been in different Covenants from the start of Shadowlands, then that's fine. You may just need to do a bit more work on those to complete all the, for example, the Covenant special feature achievements, and then it will merge into the one achievement, so don't worry about that. So completing all the Covenant campaigns won't take that long, probably give a few hours for each Covenant. Again, it's just time consuming, this is a massive achievement, there's still a lot more to go just yet. Getting to 80 renown with all the Covenants is a lot easier now. You can get the item just from the vendor next to the flight path in Oribos to get you to renown 60 with the Covenants, so you just got to get 20 more to get to 80. Sanctum Superior, again you're going to have to be grinding a lot of anima for this. If you've not already got these unlocked, you're going to need to go and get the Lost Souls from the Maw as well. So again, this is just going to be a bit of a grind for quite a long time if you're not getting any of these unlocked. The real in-depth bit here are the Covenant special features. So the easiest one out of these is probably the Night Fair. You've got to get the achievement Mush Appreciated, and this is through the Travel Network. You do need rank 3 for this, is recommended because you're going to unlock some dailies. All you need to do for this is complete the dailies as much as possible until you get to Exalted Reputation with Marismus. This is the easiest one, it's just straightforward. Just log in each day, do the dailies on your Night Fae character, and eventually you'll get there. The Venthyr one you need to complete is Be Our Guest, which is for hosting the Ember Court with all the available guests. So again, you're going to need to unlock the at least level Ember 4 Ember Court from the Covenant upgrades. Do the relevant quests to get the RSVPs for the guests so you can invite them, and then all you need to do is bring the guests in. You don't need to do the full Ember Court or get them to max happiness or anything like that. Just all you have to do for the achievement is invite the guests to the Ember Court, so you can start it with the 4 guests invited and then end it straight away if you want to. It's going to take at least 4 weeks to do this because of how many guests you need to invite. The Kyrian one is going to require at least rank 3 of the Path of Ascension unlocked. Again, it's quite a time-consuming one, but basically all you need to do is unlock each of the 8 initial fights and then beat them on the 2nd difficulty rank. So Once you get your head around this system, and once you've done it a few times, it's not that hard to do. You just got to get everything unlocked and then just do these fights twice, one on the first difficulty and then one on the second difficulty, and then completing that will get you the achievement. The Necrolord one is probably the most faffy and the most time consuming one, because you're going to need to get rank 5 unlocked of the Abominable Stitching feature, and then you're going to need to complete the Meta achievement for that, Things to Do When You're Dead, which requires you to complete all the weekly quests, to build all the abominations, to craft 25 accessories for your abomination factory constructs, and then the It's a Wrap achievement is quite easy. You can do that in like a day, as long as you've got enough cloth. It probably takes about 10 minutes to get this achievement done, but the other 3 are going to take some time, so again, just start working on this as soon as possible. So now we move into the open world achievements. Now there's 5 different ones that you're going to have to get. The first one is for completing the Chains of Domination storyline. The second one is for completing the Sepulchre of the First One storyline, so patch 9.1 and 9.2 campaigns. There's another new meta achievement for In the Maw called Walking in Maw-phis. Now this is quite tricky and it's going to take a lot of time again. A nice thing about this is this one on its own gives you a title of the Maw Walker, so that's quite nice to aim for too. This specific achievement on its own involves you killing all of the rares in the Maw, completing all the rare events, which usually can be soloed, for completing each of the hunts in the Beast Warrens of the Maw. You just need to do each of those once. But as you probably know, there's only one of them active at one time, and then they rotate on a 3-day 12-hour timer, so again that's going to take 2 weeks to complete, well, a week and a half, if you haven't done any before, or if you need to wait for a specific one to be back up. You also need to get Venari's rep maxed. You need to get her rep to appreciated, so again you'll get this by doing a lot of things around the Maw, killing the rares, doing the special events, doing the dailies for Venari, so you're going to be working on this basically all at one time. And you're also going to have to collect 200 lost souls from the Maw or Torghast in total. So again, you're going to be doing this when you're doing your Covenant stuff. You probably already have done this if you've been playing Shadowlands. So just check for that one already being completed. You're going to need to explore the Maw, which is of course very easy. Just put the coordinates in for anywhere that you've not found, and off you go. And then you're going to have to complete on the achievement on the offensive. So this is another meta achievement that is tied in with the Covenant assaults, which again wait for 3.5 days and then rotate on a schedule, so you will need to wait for specific ones to be up to complete certain achievements. The good thing about this one is they actually made this slightly easier in 9.2.5, because you only need to complete 4 of these. You used to have to complete every single one of them, but now it's just 4, so a lot of them are quite easy. You're just going to have to be patient and wait for the right assaults to be up, and then just get 1 or 2 of these achievements whenever you can. So that's everything you need to do in the Maw. We then move on to Zereth Mortis, the 9.2 stuff, and now you're going to have to complete the Meta achievement for the Zereth Mortis, which is called From A to Zereth. That's a similar sort of thing. You've got to complete the campaign, you then got to collect all of the one-time treasures in Zereth Mortis, you've also got to explore the zone in its entirety, and then complete a nice achievement called June Dominance. Now this one's fairly easy. This is for killing the bosses Iska, High Reaver Damaris, and Reanimatrox Marzan. So these are 3 rares that these sort of share a spawn point. So the easiest way to do this is to sit in the Endless Sands area of Zereth Mortis and just keep using the group finder, searching for the keywords such as Iska, Damaris, Marzan. I usually just type in Iska, Dama, or Mars, and just search for those and just get into a group and kill them. Just make sure that you're in the right phase of War Mode On or War Mode Off, whichever one that you're in, and then kill these. One of them has a chance to drop a mount as well, and they also drop some nice gear. And when you get this achievement done, you'll unlock some appearances too, the Weapons of Glorious Domination, so it's something good to do anyway. As well as this, you'll need to get the Ciphers of the First One's achievement, so you're going to need to unlock all of the ranks of the Ciphers of the First One's system. You're going to need to complete Synth 5, which is for unlocking the Protoform Synthesis crafting system, and then creating either 5 mounts or 5 pets, or a mixture of both. As long as you've got 5 in total, that's fine. If you just want to get this done quickest, the pets are the easiest ones because they usually require less materials and less Genesis motes. And then once you've got Exalted with the Enlightened faction, that's Zereth Mortis completed. The next section of this is to do with all the Torghast achievements, so you're going to have to spend a lot of time in Torghast. Yay! The first thing you need to do is complete the achievement Many Things, which is for getting the Box of Many Things fully researched. So again, you're going to be doing loads of Torghast, so you're going to get the research to spend on that nice and easy anyway, just from doing this passively. Then you're going to have to complete the Tower Ranger Meta achievement for Torghast. Now this has actually been made a lot less time consuming and easier, because now in the patch that's just released, every wing of Torghast is available all the time. You no longer need to wait for the correct 2 wings to be up to go and be able to do this, meaning that you can just go and do this achievement whenever you want and chip away at a bit of it. So you're going to have to complete all of the wings on layer 16 with a flawless run, so that could be a bit tricky for some classes, but you should be able to do this relatively easy now. It's just going to be time consuming again. Then you're also going to have to complete one run of the adamant vaults, which is fairly easy again. You'll need to do layer 8 of the twisting corridors, which now is quite easy because this came from a previous patch, 9.1, so it's quite easy now with current 9.2 gear. The next is layer 4 of the Jailer's Gauntlet. Now I recommend when you're doing this you get a group for it. It could be soloed quite easy by some classes, but the best thing to do is just get in a group for this. 5 people, you know, a bit of tank and healer, 3 DPS, and just go and tackle this. You know, it's when you get all your anima powers unlocked, it's actually not that hard to do, but you may get bad luck with your anima powers, so it could be a bit time consuming again, but it's not too difficult. And then the last achievement that you'll need is the Master of Torment. So again, this isn't too hard. It's easier, much easier again, because all the wings are available now. So you've got a much higher chance of getting the torment that you need to do for these specific achievements, and there's 4 in this one. And as with all the other achievements, the links to the specific ones are in the description down below. So guys, you'll be relieved that is everything that you need to do. There are no more achievements, but that is a hell of a lot of work, and the purpose of this video really is I just wanted to make you aware of it, to let you know what you needed to do for it. Again, this isn't really a guide for all the specific ones. I wanted to make you aware of how much work needs to go into this, so if you do want to get this title, if you're serious about it, getting the achievement, then you can go for it and you won't be too late. If you start doing all this stuff now, you will not be too late. There's plenty of time before Dragonflight, but don't snooze on this one if you really do want to get it. Just start working on it now. The achievement is actually a feat of strength, so you can't track it as you can with traditional achievements. However, there is a script that you can put in, which I put at the start of the video, but I'll put it in the description too, so you can copy and paste it, which will let you track the achievement, just the main bits. You won't be able to click on it and interact with it in the achievements window and go to specific achievements from it, but at least you'll be able to see which ones you have completed, and then search for them in the achievements window. So there we go, guys. Are you going to be going for this achievement? I know I definitely am. I'm nearly there, got some progress. I've got a lot of work to do on the other covenants that I've kind of neglected, but that's fine. It's going to take a few weeks, and then we should hopefully have this title. So thank you guys for watching. I've been LazyBeast. I'll catch you next time, and if you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like on it, and consider subscribing for more World of Warcraft videos. Cheers!